Hi guys, perfect. Today we're gonna be reacting to the horrifying legacy of Charlie Kirk. Are you ready? Let's go.
Charlie Kirk's death was a massive global event. Millions were left in horror, others celebrated it. We even wondered whether this could be the start of another civil war. Charlie Kirk himself, though, was tragically lost in all the chaos.
Yeah, there will not be a civil war. Whoever thinks that is like a little bit, not him, but like lost,
Chaos. But when he was asked how he wanted to be remembered, he had this to say.
I want to be remembered for courage for my faith. That would be the most important. Most important thing is my faith.
While that's definitely how the people closest to him will think of him, his legacy in the wider world is a completely different story. In the months since his passing, people have used AI to transplant Charlie Kirk's face onto everyone, from Bonnie Blue to Bashar al-Assad. Meanwhile, the song We Are Charlie Kirk has gone viral after being shamelessly mixed with AI videos of his widow performing it. To a desensitized internet, Charlie Kirk was just another joke to add to the pile, a prop for meme compilations and try not to laugh challenges. But it turned out that he was just one of the first people that this will happen to, and it's a sign of where things are going right now in society, as we've already lost the control we used to have. Our faces, our lives, and everything we're remembered for, it's all getting ground up and repackaged. All repurposed for outrage algorithms or for whatever purpose any random person can imagine. We could all become intimately familiar with this process very soon, so let's see how it all unfolded. In the week after Charlie Kirk's assassination, political tensions were at the highest point in years. Many feared it could spark a much wider conflict in a harshly divided nation. But pretty quickly it went from it's happening to nothing ever happens. Really, we should
Nothing ever happens. Nothing ever happens. Hey honey, when is the happening coming?
Nothing ever happens.
Tragedy would get swept under the rug once the next news cycle hit. Spalexmer, an artist on Spotify, was much further ahead of the curve on this one. They've only been releasing music since last year, but despite their short career, they've clearly been working very hard. Their song We Are Charlie Kirk was the last song on the 15th album they released this year. Of course, this kind of output isn't really humanly possible. The vast majority, if not all of their songs, were created using AI. The objective was clearly to throw enough stuff at the wall and see what would stick. And after spamming as much content as humanly possible, they finally got lucky. There are a million so-called artists like them, all creating an endless torrent of AI music. But what sets them apart? Well, it was their aggressive and shameless use of Charlie Kirk's image and the chaos surrounding his passing. Just 8 days after his assassination, they had released their album.
Yo honey, after this, do you wanna try and make some Charlie Kirk music videos?
100%. 100%.
Charlie Kirk
this is
Forever
an absolute
Live,
bang.
11 songs.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of look, we're kind of not on the high end of money, so we're making these high quality reaction videos because we can't make our own content. So we gotta react to some. Hopefully, YouTube will pay us the ad revenue. We'll make some buckaroos, maybe buy some Taiwanese food, and yeah.
Each as hollow and empty as the others. Like all the rest of their albums, it generally flew under the radar at first. That was until a channel called Vivo Tunes used it in an AI-generated video of fake concerts a month later. They're a view farm on YouTube rather than Spotify, and they've been busy creating hundreds of AI videos. Most of them show fake concerts performed and attended by various right-wing political figures. Old comments on this video made before We Are Charlie Kirk went viral show that people earnestly supported them. Many people thought they were real. And we can already see the effectiveness of AI content here.
Yeah, I mean, I think this kind of shows how the right party is kind of
The average IQ, essentially.
yeah, they are room temp IQ with the Celsius,
Yeah, but I would say on the album cover of We Are Charlie Kirk, there's a cross. So I would essentially say he's kind of genuinely remembered for his faith. So he got what he wanted, essentially.
Yes, but if you would ask my neighbor right now, Gustav, how do you remember Charlie Kirk? He would probably do something or show me a picture on his phone of the big C.
But it doesn't just have to be
Yeah,
for
Charlie
people who
Kirk.
don't really understand it. When Vivo Tune started incorporating Charlie Kirk into their videos, they gained enough attention to reach people other than the intended audience. The songs and music videos began to serve as backdrops for the growing amounts of memes and jokes at Charlie Kirk's expense. Of course, people laughing at tragedies is unfortunately normal, and you'd be deluded if you thought it wasn't going to happen. But the amount of Charlie Kirk activity online has been truly unprecedented. Malicious jokes and posts online have only been possible because of these AI tools. You've got the standard remixes, memes, and other human-made content we've seen countless times before. But AI has enabled posts that are far more provocative and attention-grabbing, mixing his face up with some of the most controversial and tragic figures in history, tying him to ridiculous conspiracy theories, or trying to play on people's emotions in any way possible. The result is that dead people can seemingly come back to life. You just have no real control over your legacy or your image anymore, because it can be reprocessed and repackaged to do anything. It's especially true for people who became symbols, like Charlie Kirk or even George Floyd. Before his passing, he had no idea how famous he would become. His face and his last moments were symbolic for an entire movement. Across the world, people made murals and artwork of his face and his last words. But today, anyone in the public consciousness is now just material for the slot machine. And today you can find George Floyd's face everywhere online. AI has let people merge it with anything and turn it into its own kind of symbol, just like with Charlie Kirk. They never signed up for this, and is polluting their legacy forever. But as we'll find out, they can use your legacy for a lot more than just making memes. Even your loved ones could soon have their memory of you tainted by AI. Take this new wave of AI startups coming out of China. One called Silicon Intelligence has made AI avatars which can act like dead relatives. A chatbot AI like ChatGPT simulates the personality and what...
I think, yeah, man, what is China even about?
China's peak, bro. China's peak.
Yeah, but like when you think about it, what is China even about? Who is China?
You're on something. But low-key, I would say that We Are Charlie Kirk was arguably more influential than Black Lives Matter. I would say that.
Yeah, that's like arguable. No, that's actually, yeah, that's actually a possibility. Cause I mean, if I ask my Swedish teacher right now, hey man, do you know about We Are Charlie Kirk? He would probably say yes, because we've been blasting that shit in class all the time. But if you ask another teacher, they would probably also know, because it's like on the news and shit, Swedish news.
Essentially.
And like, probably bigger in the US, so. ChatGPT. Kinda.
It would say when you ask it a question, all based on the data you feed it. AI simulates the face, its expressions, and its passive movements to recreate a lifelike appearance. They even have AI to simulate your...
Yeah, man, that mom is fucking dumb in the head, like, you know that's not your son, right? That's a TV. Not your son.
I mean, yeah, but copium.
Yeah,
You can
she's
also-
reading. Yeah, bro, straight up copium. Like, you might as well take the coke pill and you swallow it, like, you know.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
lost relative's voice. Maybe one day they'll engineer a mechanical equivalent for the sensation of human touch. Black Mirror already covered this years ago in their episode Be Right Back, which was released
this
over
got
a
freaky
decade
as
ago
fuck.
now. Unfortunately, it didn't stop.
The what? Was that a
Black
fake?
Mirror already
For
covered this
human
years ago in
touch.
their episode Be Right Back,
You
which was
tweaking.
released over a decade ago now. Unfortunately,
Yeah, that
it
just
didn't
freaked
stop it
out.
from happening. As creepy as this is, though, it's the effect it will have on regular people that matters. People who might have moved on or at least learned to deal with their loss in a healthy way are being pulled back. It could be comforting at first, but how long until some people lose their disbelief and form real bonds? At the end of the day, it will just never be the same. All they have left is the hollow shell, a simulation of who they lost, but never a real resurrection. But we know from experience that this is a terrible combination for some people. We already see people giving all of their money to streamers to try and simulate social contact. Or they fall in love with AI girlfriends to try and...
Yeah, man, you know, yesterday I spent like 6 hours with this guy. We were just spamming the W. W in the...
LMAO.
Yeah, and like W. Kai's and that. And
W
like,
Kai.
whenever we saw someone else, we spam like Iraq. Yeah, that's Iraq.
Yeah, essentially.
um.
I mean, that's better than physical touch.
Yeah, man, I totally think so because you know that deep down in Kaisenet's heart, he wants me and Honey.
Yeah, he loves all of us.
Yeah, but like us a little more because we spam like W in the chat and shit.
I mean, we're all just a happy family.
Yeah, basically, you know, guess how much we donated last night? Yeah, we donated $1,200.
I mean, money's tough, but everything we get from this is gonna go right to Kaisenet. Immediately. No hesitation.
Fill an emotional hole with zeros and ones. This could easily be far worse than any of that. And you can imagine all of the AI companies salivating over the monthly subscriptions. You could sell microtransactions easily, charging people extra for virtual hugs, words of encouragement, and to keep their AI grandma happy. People losing access to the service could re-trigger the same emotions as losing the loved one all over again. Meanwhile, all the algorithm would see throughout this process would be the massive amount of user engagement.
Yo, we look, you need a thumbnail. I'm gonna take a screenshot.
Using AI to recreate your loved ones is one thing, but using it to impersonate your enemies is also completely
Is
possible.
Jake Paul your enemy?
AI Storage 2 is the next step in a long line of AI
Wasn't this
video
supposed to be
generation
about Charlie
software.
Kirk?
While it's still
Yeah,
only
man.
a few months old, many people quickly saw its potential to make damaging and false
that Kobe?
videos. This video of Sam Altman shoplifting a GPU is just one of them. Made as an obvious joke by one of the company's own employees, it still shines a harsh light on what's actually possible with this new technology, as anyone, anywhere can make a video.
Yeah, but if you ever see like a video of me beating the shit out of like a kid in a playground, that's not real, that's AI. Don't believe it. Also, if you ever see a video of me shoplifting at any store, especially like Willis in Malmo, that was not me. That was AI
That
or
was
my
AI.
cousin. Okay?
It was made by Israel GPT, so there's no watermark.
Exactly. It was Israel GPT, not me. It was the IDF.
You doing anything they want, from eating spaghetti to petty crimes to the worst things you can imagine. The real potential is using it as a tool for slander to destroy someone's public image. Sora 2
Oh, you saw that the guy,
family
the guy in the
Yeah, it doesn't look better, bro.
the guy in the wheelchair. Yeah, I have another picture of him.
It's Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, the big S, like Simon, you know. Now look, like I don't want to use AI, so you know. You see, I took this picture right here of my
Let me see.
homeboy,
Yeah.
and then I took this picture of the guy in a wheelchair, and then I photoshopped it to be this. I don't know if you can see it,
Let me
but
see.
like
Holy peak.
no AI.
the uncanny valley. Sometimes the footage it makes can look real, but you can still notice that the details don't match up if you look closely enough. Sooner or later though, it'll bridge that gap. It'll become indistinguishable from other videos, especially the kind of low pixel count security footage that often ends up incriminating people. People hailing this as the end of video evidence entirely might be going too far. You can imagine people disproving AI videos in courtrooms using specialized techniques and equipment. But in the real world and the court of public opinion, does that even matter? If someone makes an AI video of you stealing candy from children and millions of people saw it, a correction later on might not even matter, as that's going to be the image that so many people will have of you going forward, and it will be incredibly hard to break that. They might even have only seen it for 10 seconds while doom scrolling YouTube Shorts, but once they've seen it, it'll stick.
Alright, be free. Who even uses YouTube Shorts? Like, who are you? R-Man?
Yo, don't bring my homeboy into this, bro.
No, like, you see.
No, but TikTok's better though.
Hey, follow my TikTok, man. Self-promo.
Self-promo on your own channel.
Yeah. Alright.
In their brain and change their impression of you, especially on a subconscious level. I mean, studies have shown that misinformation still has a massive impact on people, even after they found out the truth. If you get a bad impression of someone, it can be really hard to shake that off. Plus, people still...
Yeah, one thing I always think about is, how do these YouTubers get so many clips of, like, random bullshit, like a woman crying of a woman crying, like, in front of a computer with, like, polka dots and shit. Like, how do you find that?
I mean, think about time zones.
Yeah, man, might be that. Cause like, if you have any idea, please comment it down below. Cause like, we kinda wanna use it.
Yeah, to all the free people watching this.
To all the 3,000 people.
Yes, sir.
Hey, can you add like a 0?
2 zeros.
2 zeros.
No,
3,000 people watching this.
Take that off. Plus, people still clearly get something out of AI videos, and they either don't know or don't care that it isn't real. People clearly act this way.
Hey, you saw those guys reacting. We should kinda do that actually.
Yeah, maybe. That's Erika Vance.
That's Erika Vance.
That is Erika Vance.
Man, why are those people like all the way to the right? Like, why are they just sitting there like in their own little group while the others are chilling over there?
I don't know, man. Doesn't feel that real.
Yeah, man. And why is there like 3 garage ports up to the right?
No idea, bro. Is that AI?
Yeah, man, I think it might be AI.
Kirk AI concerts made by Vivo Tunes. Some of these videos got hundreds of thousands or millions of views even before they started getting used ironically. From their comments, you can see that the content was clearly reassuring to them as well. Going from what Charlie Kirk himself said about his own legacy, he might not have minded this part. But
Yeah, do you look, you think we're not gonna get a job because of this?
Oh shit, that's so true. I mean, if we edit out the part where we're talking about Israel, then it's fine.
Yeah.
You can be sure he wouldn't have liked the other things that happened to his image and his public profile and legacy. The Charlie Kirk content also fueled those who laughed at the tragedy. AI gave them new tools to repurpose his image and to one-up each other in shock value. They went from face-swapping him with current politicians, public figures, all the way to victims of the worst crimes ever committed. It's the same echo chamber effect we've seen divide the West, but with AI content fueling it, it can happen faster and more violently than ever before. These kinds of jokes are for people desensitized to it all. They've seen so much online content that this is the only thing that seems to grab their attention now. Every time they doom scroll into another rage-based short, they're making the problem worse and numb themselves even more, day by day, year after year. As we already saw from the act that started this all, these echo chambers can attract and radicalize people towards violence. But for the rest of us who are somewhat normal, it desensitizes us to the world. Online content has evolved over years to grab as much attention and outrage as possible. People doom scrolling this stuff has made them numb to it. Now, the people who have been affected by this the most are only interested in the most extreme versions of things. They need Bonnie Blue sleeping with 1,000 men, or they need jokes about the biggest tragedies in history, or the most recent victims, or the most extreme political opinion, just to laugh as they scroll past. From all the examples today, we've seen that AI content has the potential to be far more attention-grabbing and provocative than real content. The tech companies say they're against it, but really they just want the profit. And as far as the algorithms are concerned, AI content is just a future goldmine. It's why the YouTube CEO is pushing forward with it. It hits all the things they're looking for in viral content. Because of the quick pace of production, you can just make tons of it, never-ending amounts. All those songs Black Smurf threw at the wall finally paid off. All those videos they made of those songs gained traction after enough were uploaded. The quality today might still be lacking, but the quantity is what matters. The result will become a decentralized ecosystem made up of millions of chatbots, constantly regurgitating content in different ways. An internet almost devoid of human content, but still constantly evolving to become more and more engaging, leaving you less and less satisfied. And with how desensitized people are already, this can only make things worse. Don't think this is just going to be limited to online content either. Corporations are already laying off their staff, while also extracting as much value from their own copyrighted content as possible. We've seen this years ago with the recreation of dead celebrities to finish movies they were appearing in before their death. Even when it cost millions in CG effects, they pushed this forward. Now that it's cheaper and easier to do, they're going to use this technology if we let them. It's very likely that all celebrities might soon never be allowed to truly die. Their legacy will constantly be used and milked for as long as they're important. Their images and personality will sit in data servers long after they're gone, just waiting for them to be profitable to use again. But the final level of this is the way they can influence people on a global scale with this kind of content. The internet is already a seething mass of different interest groups and organizations all trying to control the narrative. Large corporations and governments with the ability to use AI data centers will prevail pretty soon. They'll be able to mass-produce propaganda content, either ruining legacies of others or pushing their own beliefs or muddying the waters from anyone else. It's an almost geological process. Each of these videos is just one drop of water, but with enough of them over time, each having a change to shift someone's opinion slightly, they can carve mountains. Soon enough, people's impressions will be what you want them to be, as long as you can keep control of the narrative. Meanwhile, anyone can be slandered and shamed by false allegations by using AI to make fake videos of them doing awful things or saying whatever they want them to say. The power to influence people is completely unpredictable.
Yeah, man, I think that's enough of the video.
Yeah, genuinely. I mean, this guy, I get what he's saying about AI being bad, but like without AI, Kirkifying wouldn't exist, and Kirkifying is like the best thing that's happened this year, probably.
Exactly, it's like one of the biggest memes. You know, what do you guys think like the 2026 memes will be like?
Gotta be Kirk, man. More Kirk. More Kirk.
More Kirk, like, are we bringing Kirk to 2026?
I don't think so. 2026 memes are gonna go. I have no idea, man. Kind of
Yeah, man.
nice.
Thanks for watching the video.
Yeah, and don't forget to watch our video about Silk Song being absolute dog shit.
Yeah, man. Peace out.